it's less about the video and more about our audio experience. We'll use
Yeah.
video stuff for like repurposing for
Oh,
social
got
stuff,
you.
but
Okay.
nothing great. You look fantastic. So, I mean, look at what I've got going on here. So,
No,
I'm going
you're
to
right. You're beautiful.
try. Alrighty.
Very like,
You're good.
who cares? Let's roll.
Right. All right. 3, 2, 1. I am so excited to have you on the podcast today, Kimmy. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I'm really excited. I love
All
what
right.
you do. So excited.
Yay. Okay. So, why YouTube, Kimmy?
Oh, all right. Why YouTube? Well, in high school, I had an AV class and we learned how to film and edit and do interviews and put commercials together. And I fell in love with it. I fell in love with editing. So when I discovered that there was this whole world of YouTube, besides funny little videos and things, I wanted to share. And I thought, well, if no one watches, I can still do what I love to do, which was editing and filming. So I wanted to have an outlet as a mom and, maybe create some family movies and things. But I decided to try my hand of what I was doing in the home as a homemaker because I have a homemaker lifestyle channel. And I didn't think anyone was going to watch. And that's what happened. And now,
Everyone watches.
9 years later, here we go, So, yeah, creative outlet that just blossomed.
So, tell us about what your channel is about and what you focus on over there.
All right. It's called She's in Her Apron, and it's a homemaker lifestyle channel. So I share my ups and downs and struggles with anxiety and ADHD, and I share systems and routines that help me along the way. And I share cooking, freezer meals. I've been sharing this last year more on food storage and how to use it in your daily life with shopping your shelves. So I'm just sharing the everyday homemaker and how I do it, and if there's any nuggets that people can take away from it and help in their life, then awesome.
So, what's your favorite content that you get to share with other aspiring homemakers?
Oh, out of all the different things, what are my favorite? I don't know. I do love the freezer meals because it fills my freezer. So when I get to share with them, I'm like, yeah, bonus, my freezer gets filled. But honestly, when occasionally when I do the day in the life videos, I really like that because they can really see how my brain works, and it's different than everybody. And I get to really share a piece of me and give advice. And it's like I'm talking to, and I hope they have that feeling. And I have felt from other women, they have said, like, I feel like I'm talking with a friend. And that's what I hope. I hope that that connection resonates because I'm sharing, but then in the comments, they share back their wisdom and knowledge of what they do. And it helps me so much. So, yeah.
So, what do you think makes a homemaker? Like, what qualifies someone as a homemaker?
Everybody's a homemaker. Everybody is a homemaker because you're in your home. Everyone cleans their home. Everyone is productive in their home. So everybody is a homemaker. It's not limited to a mom. It's not limited to a woman. Everyone's a homemaker in their home.
So, how are you fighting or leaning into, or whatever the right word is, with the stereotype of homemakers are moms and wives and 1950s flashbacks? How are you modernizing the industry?
That's a good question. I would say more. That is a very good modernizing. That's interesting with that stigma, the 1950s. Well, you know what? Everyone is meal prepping. Everyone cooks. So it's just showing what tools and systems that we have in our day to help, like with Pinterest and ways that you can file and store things, ways that you can stay organized with a paper planner or an electronic planner on your phone. So I think we're definitely have come since the 1950s with technology. So just sharing all the different methods that can help you keep and try to have a functional home and functional according to you and your standards, not the world's standards. So, because your way of doing things is going to be different than mine for sure.
I don't know how my mother and my grandmother, and all of them functioned without the internet. Like, I couldn't imagine having to figure out things all on my own all the time, or like I have to go to the library to get a book or cookbook, or ask friends how they're cooking things. Like, there's so many things I've been able to like learn and bypass
Yeah.
to make like anything homemakery any kind of easier. Like,
Mhm.
I learned about the whole like fresh baking soda, like why you have to have fresh baking soda. Like, that was a really like
Yeah.
interesting concept to me. Or like the appropriate way, like temperature to cook your meat at, and like just things that like, like for example, my sibling is 9 years younger than me, and is in adulthood, and she's like, adulting is so hard. I was like, yeah. And it's like, and we have the internet. Like, imagine how hard it was for them. Like, and like it's watching them figure things out and
Mhm.
answering countless questions about like how to get a bank account, and how how to cook things, and how do you buy healthy food affordably, and all
Mhm.
of these just different kinds of things. And I the majority of the things that they've done besides trial and error has been because of the internet. So
Oh, yeah.
we have it a lot going for us in our modern world.
Mhm. I'm so thankful for it. I'm so because when I'm wanting to learn how to do something better or learn something that I have no clue on how to do, the fact that I could go to the internet and there's all that information. Yeah. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Or we would probably be living off of PB&J. Yeah.
There'd be a lot of freezer meals, hungry man,
Yep.
frozen dinners.
Those are great too. Mhm.
So, in counter to it though, like we live
Mhm.
in this interesting era of like feminism, and like the fight of like, I don't want to be a homemaker. I want to be a homemaker. I want to be able to make my own bread, but I also like, but the store is amazing. Like all these like combative things around being a stay-at-home mom, being a work-at-home mom, being a homemaker, staying at home, enjoying domestication and stuff. How are you how are you dealing with that? Like, besides maybe just like blatantly ignoring it and be like, this is just who I am. I want to help people that are like who I am.
Yeah.
Like, what are your thoughts around sort of that like genre of like feminism and anti-homemaker life?
See, it's interesting because I think the word homemaker and housewife are getting mixed up.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said in the beginning, everybody's a homemaker. Everybody. So there's a difference between a housewife and that. So when it comes to like the whole woman power, which I think is fantastic, you can have the best of all the worlds, right? You can
Mm-hmm.
be a stay-at-home mom, a homemaker, and either pull an income at home or not. Okay. So look what happened with me with starting YouTube. I did it as a hobby. Then it generated an income. And I'm like, oh, this is fantastic. And either you want to grow it or you don't want to grow it. I wanted to see where this would go. And it has benefited my family. So now I am a stay-at-home mom, but I'm a work at home
Yeah,
mom,
work at home mom.
work at home mom, and I create an income for my family by sharing what I love. I think honestly, people just need to not care what other people think. I do not care what other people think about me being a homemaker or a housewife or a stay-at-home mom or at work at home mom, because what honestly matters is what happens in my four walls and how we all feel about our situation or my situation at home. Um, I think it's amazing those that choose or don't choose or need to work outside the home, because I look at them and go, how are you juggling it all? How I'm amazed. I'm amazed by the businesswoman that gets up, who's a morning person, who I'm not a morning person, and who can still come home after a long day of work and crank out that dinner and get what they need to get done and be with their kids and then do it all over again the next day. I have mad respect. And I definitely don't judge them for how they're going to do their family. And if you think about it, and all the people that tune in all over the world, their cultures are different, their lifestyles are different, and I love seeing and hearing how they're doing it. So
Mm-hmm.
I honestly shrug it off. I do. You have to, because I I can't think about what the world thinks. This is what I'm doing, and I'm sharing what I love with you. And if you can grab a nugget from it, then hooray.
Okay.
So,
So I gotta ask the question. Okay. So what is your favorite thing you get to do as a homemaker? And what is the thing that you're just like, burn it down? I don't want to do it. This is my like least favorite homemaker thing on the planet.
okay. I hate cleaning bathrooms. Burn it. Put a match on it. Start over again. Rebuild it. Can't stand it. Can't stinking stand it. And especially with a lot of people in the house. So a tip that I have is you hire someone to come clean your bathrooms. I don't have someone that cleans my whole home. I don't. I have someone that comes in every other week and they scrub our bathroom.
That's it.
That's it.
That's amazing.
I don't, and I pay like $25. So what, $50 a month?
Worth it for your joy.
So yeah. I'm like, we all hate it. And the kids complain. It can get done and we could do it. But hey,
you're preaching the stop doing shit you hate. Like that's my hill I die on. Stop doing shit you hate, please.
Yep.
Like
I hate it. Can't stand doing the bathroom. So I paid someone to come in twice a month and they clean it and it feels so good. And we keep on the uptake, but that scrubbing part, ugh, nope. So that's my least favorite part.
Okay.
My favorite part, I don't know. That's a good question. I like a lot of things. There's a difference between a homemaker and a mom, so I won't wrap the family into it because, of course, I absolutely adore the time with my family. But honestly, I really do enjoy making the meals and having stuff ahead of time prep for the family because we have busy schedules. So I love having make-ahead meals and freezer meals ready to go. It's a lot of work and stress to do it, but the end result is like, I am amazing. We have food. We're set to go. If I were to go somewhere, it's a busy day. I don't have the guilt that nothing was made. I could just take that out of the freezer or the fridge, pop it in the oven, and we have a meal. And so that's probably the best thing.
There's something so satisfying about ordering your groceries.
Oh,
because like we're like, I've made a menu. I've made a grocery list based on that menu to support it. I've ordered groceries, so I'm not spending extra money on extras. And then you pick it up and you come home, you don't even put it away.
Yeah.
You just get the meal prep work done. I used to do that when my kids were in school and stuff. I would make everyone's breakfast and lunches for the whole week. For me, the kids, the husband. And it was so satisfying because it was like, we never had to worry. We all had our little bento box we went to. We grabbed our food. It saved us money. It saved us heartache and struggle. Oh. It was so much easier. And so, yes, I can get it's like when you peel off like the sticker off a new phone, like it's just so satisfying.
Yes.
Everyone's fed.
It is a great feeling. And too, now with the way, like the question you asked earlier about the differences and things, like now we live where we can have groceries delivered to us. We don't even have to go into the store. And so
you save so much money not going into a store.
Yes. So I'm thankful for that. I'm very thankful for that.
True story. So one of the things that you had mentioned earlier is you've been able to do something you love, like you're creating videos because you love editing, and you've been able to become from a stay-at-home mom to a work-at-home mom to that evolution. So it's because you're getting paid. So let's talk about the money. Let's talk about the business. So you are sitting at a really solid 300,000+ subscribers. You do all kinds of fantastic homemaking things besides AdSense.
Yeah.
How are you making money? How are you growing your business and your brand?
Okay. So I do work with brands and, sponsors for the videos. I don't do it very often. Sometimes it'll be like 1 month I've got probably the most out of the whole year happening. Like I'll get 2 or 3, just how it happened, but I don't take a lot of brand deals.
Why is that?
I don't want to oversaturate my content with it, for one, because I know as a viewer, when I'm watching, I just want to watch and not always be sold something too. And I really have to believe in who I'm promoting. And so I just don't take a lot. I don't. And maybe as an influencer or content creator. I should do more, but I don't. I just take that how I feel. So
if brand deals don't bring you joy, you shouldn't do them. So then what else are you choosing to
okay.
do instead?
So I do make money off that. And then I started just this past little bit creating merch, I guess. I came out with a planner. And so this is the She's in Her Apron planner. And this came out in September. And it's a 4-month planner.
Okay.
And then we are launching the 2022 planners. Big guy. This is the yearly.
She's showing it to us for those of you that are listening.
Yeah, this is the mock-up. They go on sale in just a couple of weeks. So, so I created a planner and working with In the Leafy Treetops. I absolutely love and adore them. Shared their product over the years. We'll continue to share some of their products over the years. And we have joined forces and created a planner. And so I have planners coming out. I have other things that are coming out in the new year that I'm not quite ready to say, but my audience is just going to be overjoyed. And so now I'm really branching out and growing that business side and learning a lot on how to bring things to my audience. And they're all things that they want. They come to me and say, gosh, I would really love this and this. And I'm beginning to let go of fear and get outside my comfort zone and do these things. So I'm working on quite a lot.
What's made you afraid? Like what makes you uncomfortable about products and selling to your audience when it's what they're asking for?
I know it's weird.
Weird.
I know. I guess is it a hobby still or is it a business? And really had to sit back and go, which one is it? Because it's big now and you have to make a decision. And I decided we're going for it. You know, I don't want to live with regrets. I love my audience. I love the connections that we have. And they do so much for my family. Like, I mean, they sit and they take the time to watch sometimes a 20 to 30-minute video. And I get rewarded for that through AdSense, right? You know, money-wise. And why not give back to them in something that they're requesting? And yeah, so it's a shift in the mind that it's hard to work out, but I've learned to let that go. I'm letting go of fear. If they are asking for it, let's bring it to them.
Have you been afraid of like the painstaking process? Are you afraid of like losing money? Have you been afraid of just like making something that they don't like or letting them down?
Oh, sure. I mean, it's a lot. Like the whole, like creating a planner, there's this whole planner world. That is its own world.
It is its own world. We've had some planner people on the podcast. So it's a whole journey.
Yeah. And they have strong opinions. The planner world has strong opinions. And I have watched quite, a lot of reviews on my planner by people that absolutely love their planner. And I love that not all of it is positive. I was nervous to watch it. I'm like, oh, no, I don't want to listen to these. But you know what? Listen to them because these are women who are deep in the planner world and see what they're saying. And if you can make a change, make a change. If not, just I respect their opinion and move on. I think too, the fear is the work and the commitment. And can I do this? Can I bring this to the masses? And how do you do that when you never been in that realm? But I've been meeting so many wonderful people through networking and making connections. And there's so many people out there that are amazing to work with. So it's made the process a little lighter. And so I enjoy networking because it's not making it as scary and finding the tools and how to do everything. So, and I have anxiety and things there's things that bring on my anxiety, and
anxiety definitely makes things harder for sure. My husband deals with it. And sometimes you get into these places of like just deep passion and desire, but paired with like the anxiety kicks in. It's in action. It's like the trigger to make the things happen just doesn't fire, and it's frustrating and it's more anxiety because you're not doing it. And it's a whole thing. So you finding a way to get through it through time and patience and probably also the support of your community, I think
Mhm.
is super commendable and super important to talk about.
Yep, exactly. I don't hide from it. I want them to see like I have struggles too, and because I'm normal. I share things, and I want them to see that I too struggle, and this is what's pulling me through. And they pull me out. I love our community over at She's in Her Apron. They are fantastic. They help me so much. I'm so grateful for them.
Think that we reach this point as YouTubers where we have to remember we're not just creating videos after video and listening to algorithms and
Hmm.
trying to get engagement and views up. Like you get to a point where you're like, it's not all so much about the videos. It's about the people that are watching the videos and
Yep.
the community can you build from it. And it doesn't mean as money focused as I tend to be with my content. And I try to encourage people to lean into
Yeah.
and remember that that's an important part of what we're doing here. It's important to remember just as equally that like without your people and without providing your people what they want and what they're doing and all that kind of stuff, like we're not going to be able to continue to create and
Right.
continue to grow and continue to make money.
Yep.
So when you get to that point, you'll know. And we all have our special moments like, wow, my computer, this is bigger than me.
Hmm.
And
It's true.
it's
And
very
it
fun.
shows with the feedback in their comments and the personal emails that I get. And I'm like, okay, this is why. This is
Yeah.
why I keep doing this right here. What she just said, what she needed, or what helped her, that drives me more than the money. Because there have been times when in the beginning of my journey, YouTube journey, I wanted to quit. So I'm like, wow, this is a lot of work. Editing is a lot of work. Creating the content, researching, like this is taking time away from the home and the family. Should I keep doing this? And I always, leaned into my faith, and I always heard, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And then when I get an email or something, and it's like, this is why they drive me. There's been many times where I could have just walked away and been like, I'm okay, but no, they drive me, and I'm so thankful.
Yes, and that's so important. I'm so glad that you shared that. Like, it's a two-way relationship that you're having with your community. It's not this like one-way street where you're just like pushing stuff at them and trying to get them to make things and support things and buy things. But you're just like, I'm creating this for you guys because you've asked for it, and I'm figuring out these other ways to make money from it.
Yeah.
And that's just amazing. It really is. So I always like to do a little bit of rapid fire to help with like demystifying some stuff and like, well, if I want to be like Kimmy, this is what I should do. So
Mhm.
what is it that you film with, Kimmy?
I film right now with the Canon G7X Mark II, like everybody does, but I'm not a fan of it. I'm researching something else. I want to find something else, and I don't know.
What is it you don't like about it?
I have had to replace that camera every year,
Oh, wow.
and I have warranties and things. I would like something that doesn't fall
Sounds
apart.
like she's going to be a Sony person. So to stay tuned for that, guys.
No, but that's my go-to. That's what I've been using for years. So,
Love
yeah.
it. Who are some of your favorite female YouTube creators?
All right. Cass Clutterbug. Love her. She actually inspired me to start a YouTube channel. And then the dream came and I collaborated with her, and holy moly, adore her. So I absolutely adore her. Jordan Page, adore her. I love her go mentality. She's fantastic. I'm older than her, but I consider her my big sister. I got to know her over the years. So yeah. So other female creators. Oh my gosh, I follow so many. I enjoy Catherine from Do It on a Dime. Um, Gosh, rapid fire. This is not so rapid fire.
Oh, you're fine. Doesn't need to be that fast.
Kristen Hill, Six Sisters stuff.
Yes.
But there's other women, not even in my area, that there's other women that I just love to watch. Garden Answers. She does gardening, and I'm not a gardener, but I love her style, her feel, her tone. I recently discovered mukbangs. There's like this whole world,
Of
and
milk bones? Like, what do you give me here now?
mukbang, like food eating.
Oh,
Oh, I see her face now. I can't think of her name. starts with the B. Anyway, she's a firehouse. Um, so I follow a lot of women on YouTube. There's so many. Oh my gosh.
That's totally fine. You gave us some good ones,
Sorry.
a lot of different ones we haven't heard before in these parts. So
The
you've
Be
already
Love
one
Life.
of your dream collaborations. What's another dream collaboration for you?
Oh my goodness. A dream collaboration. Well, I guess, you know, I don't know if it's anybody that actually would be on YouTube. I actually want to start doing more of what I was doing for the last couple of years. I went to Boston, I went to South Carolina, and did events with my audience that came. I want to collaborate more with my audience.
I think that's
I
fantastic.
don't know how that would be, but that's a dream. Like to work or to be involved and to do those face-to-face things with my audience. Honestly, because when I've done it twice, it was phenomenal. I don't know. I know I should be thinking more
No, one of my
like
favorite
YouTubers, but honestly,
No, I have one of my
with an
favorite
audience.
creators on the platform. They're the Super Carlin brothers. They do like
Mhm.
pop culture fan theories. Before COVID, they were doing these like quarterly meetups that they would
Mhm.
go watch a movie with their audience and do
Oh,
meet and
see?
greets afterwards. And
Yeah.
because what they do is a lot of movie stuff. So like we're gonna go watch the new Disney movie together, the new Star Wars movie together, the new Marvel movie together. And you would they'd rent the theater out in the town. People would buy tickets and they had different levels and they would get like you can go watch the movie, you can do the meet and greets, you get a private time, you can get like the merch pack, like and it was just really a great way for them to stay in tune with their audience.
Oh, that'd be
So
great.
I think if you were to do like cooking
Yes, can you imagine cooking?
cooking
Oh
with
my
your
gosh,
audience,
I would love that.
I would go to that. I'd be like, I want to go hang out with Kimmy and cook with her. And that seems like a way better way to like stay connected to your audience. And like
Mhm.
rather than like, well, everybody else like does merch, I should do merch. Everybody else
Yeah.
collabs with like Ziploc and all
Mhm.
these other whatever. I guess I'm gonna need to go that route too. But no, what you can do is literally just like we're gonna get together in cities and we're gonna either socialize or we're gonna like learn
Mhm.
together or both, right? Like
Yeah.
we're gonna do like cocktail hour and then we're gonna
Mhm.
have like food prep hour. You could rent out like a big Airbnb, sell tickets.
Yep, that's what I want to do more
Or
of.
partner with a brand, like you can connect with like Michaels or Joanne Fabrics or Hobby Lobby and be like, I want to do this and I want to do things at your place that are related to what I'm doing in cities all over the country. And
Mhm.
they promote it and you promote it. It's a whole journey of fun.
Yeah. I'd say like one of the biggest collaborations that I've done that I've absolutely adored and is in right now is partnering with In the Leafy Treetops with the planner. I absolutely adore their company. I've used their planner for years. I've shared their planner with my audience. And when Belinda and I met up to collaborate to make the planner, it was just, and so now we're in partnership with this and it's amazing and the biggest blessing and coolest experience. Yeah, I was just with her today and I just kept saying, my mind is blown and just so very grateful.
That's so fun. I'm so excited for you.
Thank you.
Do you have any upcoming YouTube goals that you're looking forward to meeting?
Yeah, actually, I'm trying to streamline things and not be so. I want to give away my responsibilities basically because it is overwhelming. So, in the spring, I recently got an editor, which has like been amazing, and to give over that control too. But she's bringing so much creativity and things to the videos and I'm so thankful for her. And I just recently hired an assistant to help me with filming and prepping. And she's going to help me with Instagrams and the TikToks. You know, you got to do all the things, right, to get eyeballs onto your channel. And so I'm just to help my business, to help YouTube, um, more people on board and helping and not doing it all myself. I, for a very long time, have taken on this one woman show and it's hard on your creativity and it's hard on you. And I want to be able to still be that mom but delegate more. And that's what I've been doing. And in return, blessing somebody else with work. And so,
Well, yeah, and like I said, again, you reach this point as a creator where you can't do it all. Like, and sometimes you can't. In order to have a YouTube channel or an audience or a brand, you have to go work. Like and I said this in the last episode. From day one, I have had an editor because I was like, I had to pick, have a way to get leads to my agency through this YouTube thing, or and have an editor, or have intentions and be frustrated because I'm not getting leads and doing all of this stuff and just grinding while living on the other side of the world because I had to get an editor on YouTube because we moved to South Korea, and it was the best decision ever, and it pays for itself in spades. Like if you can get over your upfront cost scare, it makes all of the difference.
Yeah, I'm thrilled. I'm so thrilled. And I should have done this a long time ago. And I was told you should get help. You should have someone edit, but it's hard to pass the torch on some things. But it's been a beautiful relationship, and she has just brought so much quality, and I'm so thankful, so thankful for her. And so I'm excited now that I've hired an assistant and what that's going to bring, and thrilled. I'm thrilled.
It's so exciting. Like I said, there's also something to be said for putting a value on your time, right? Like if you're having to do it all, it's taking you away from something else that you could or want to be doing. And the only thing in this world that we can't get more of is time. So if you pay someone and get your joy back, totally you need to do that instead. So what advice do you have to our female creators who are maybe getting started or in a growth period and they're trying to figure out what to do? What advice do you have to them to help them on their journey?
Know your why. And that way it'll help drive your content. But once you start building an audience, and if you're small, really be in and engaging in those comments and know your audience. What is it that they want? What is it that they are coming to you for? And base your content off that. You could try new things. Sometimes it'll work. Sometimes it won't. But listen to your audience. Really dive into your analytics. For years, that was something I did not do. I would jump on my analytics and be like, well, that's intimidating. I'm not going there. Study your analytics and study who you're watching. Who are you gravitating towards on YouTube? And why are you watching them? Like I said, I watch these weird mukbang channels that people eating. What is that? But there's something about it that I'm gravitating to. So Be Love, that's who I remember now. Her name is. It's her approach to things and how she draws the audience in. So learn from other YouTubers and what is it that is drawing people in. And things will start happening and numbers will grow. I guess too, don't get so caught up on the subscriber number. That will come. Focus on what is showing on the back end. What is it that they're clicking on? What is it that they're staying the longest to watch?
Love that.
Know your audience. Know your audience. If you're geared toward homemakers, what are they watching? What is the other people that they're watching and why? Find out their need.
Okay. Well, do you think there's room on YouTube for new creators, Kimmy?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Are you kidding? Absolutely. This is not a small pond. This is big. And there's room for everybody. And you could grow quickly if you want to.
Love it. All right. Well, how can people find you on the YouTubes?
All right. And She's in Her Apron. Honestly, you type apron, I'll probably pop right up. And I'm on Instagram, She's in Her Apron as well. And soon to be in a few weeks, she'sInHerApron.com.
Love it. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time and expertise. Again, you've built something so amazing. And I think that you are just doing all of the right things. And I love how you've been able to be slow and steady and precise in your decisions and really just make thoughtful decisions and stay focused. And you're just doing such amazing things. So
Thank
Remember,
you.
remember, you, Kimmy, and everyone listening are impossibly amazing. Until next week. See you soon. Peace.